5, covering more news in Westmoreland County.
Now, Channel 11 News. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. No charges yet in connection with the death of Nalani Johnson. The little girl's body was found in an Indiana County park. We first followed the tragic discovery as it was breaking last night at 5. Right now, the woman accused of kidnapping her remains in jail, but no new charges. Channel 11's Mike Holden joins us live with where this case stands now. Mike?
Peggy, good afternoon to you. A lot of concern, growing concern as you talk to the general public. They want more answers. As you mentioned, at this afternoon hour, as we go live right here on TV, no one has been charged in the death of Nalani Johnson. We're making nonstop checks throughout the course of this day. Meantime, the woman accused of kidnapping that little girl is sitting in the Allegheny County Jail right here behind me. I can't show you her picture enough. Nalani Johnson's face has been splashed across flyers and social media for the last several days. Sadly, the smiling little girl will not be coming home to celebrate her second birthday. The Indiana County coroner will perform an autopsy today. State police and the FBI recovered Nalani's body after a search Tuesday in Blairsville. We watched from a distance as they surrounded Pine Ridge Park and taped off the area. Investigators say Shireen and Nancy abducted Nalani over the weekend. Police say Nancy and Nalani's father were in the beginning of a romantic relationship and got into some sort of fight Saturday night before Nancy drove away with the little girl. Officials say the investigation is ongoing.
Make no mistake that we are working very hard to ensure that the individuals involved will be brought to justice.
You heard it right there. Now we are following the results of Nalani's autopsy throughout the course of the day. As soon as that information comes out, of course, we'll pass it along to you and break back in and make sure you look for the latest live updates starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting live, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
All right, thank you. And our hearts go out to that little girl's family. And we know that this story is having a very big impact all throughout Pittsburgh. And that is why Channel 11 is committed to staying on top of this case. We're working to get the latest for you from investigators. And we will bring you any new developments on WPXI.com and tonight on Channel 11 News at 5. And Channel 11 learning breaking details about a threat targeting local hospitals. Pittsburgh police say they have traced a threatening tweet to a teenager in Beaver County. The tweet threatened a hate crime today and vaguely referenced some Pittsburgh hospitals. Investigators say they did interview a boy and his family early this morning and determined the teen had no intentions of carrying out the threat. Late this morning, we spoke with the commander in charge of the Pittsburgh Intel Unit.
Of course, what's going on nationally and what's happened here locally, people were on edge and rightfully so. But I also want to thank our community, the Pittsburgh community. We received a lot of phone calls. A lot of people called into 911. They really took to heart to see something, say something.
And the tweet did have local hospitals on heightened alert. Police say they will let the investigation take its course before any charges are filed. The suspect was not taken into custody. 8 people were rushed to the hospital after a chain reaction crash in Butler County. 3 cars were involved in the crash on Route 8 in Penn Township this morning. 3 victims had to be pulled from the wreck after being trapped, and 4 of the victims were flown to hospitals. We are tracking Hurricane Dorian. This is a live look from Daytona Beach. You can see high waves and dark gray skies. Dorian has people in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas on high alert. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier tracking the storm for us in Severe Weather Center 11. Danielle.
And that camera was shaking violently as well. They've been dealing with some tropical storm force gusts out there this morning and continue to do so. You can see right now on Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar, that eye is just offshore, but they have continued to deal with those outer rain bands throughout the day today and continue with those wind gusts as well. I wanted to put a plot on here for you just to give you an idea of some of the winds that they are dealing with right now. Daytona Beach, 37-mile-per-hour gusts. Jacksonville, 35. Cocoa Beach, 38-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And we have these watches and warnings that are in place. Warnings here for South Carolina, North Carolina coast. That's for hurricane and then tropical storm force watches there. That is along the southeast Virginia coast. 105. 45-mile-per-hour winds. Category 2 storm looks to actually stay that way as it hugs the coast in the coming days. You can see by 8 p.m. it is here, Category 2 with 100-mile-per-hour winds. So it gets awfully close. A lot of heavy rain forecast along South Carolina, North Carolina, and even Virginia in the days to come. Peggy.
All right, thank you. New video just out today shows the devastation left behind by Dorian in the Bahamas. Look at that. The storm was a Category 5 when it struck Marsh Harbor. Rescues are underway right now. The official death toll stands at 7, but it is almost certain to rise as the full magnitude of this crisis comes into focus. Hurricane Dorian slowly churning toward the U.S. mainland, as you just heard, and a storm surge warning is now in effect from Florida up to North Carolina, Virginia border. NBC's Jay Gray is in Savannah, Georgia with the latest.
We are in the middle of the forecast path right now here in Savannah. We expect to see conditions really start to deteriorate over the next several hours. High winds, driving rains, and perhaps a bit of a storm surge here. And that's what we're going to see all along the southeastern Atlantic coast throughout the day here today. Let's start in the Bahamas, though, where the devastation is overwhelming. Heartbreaking to see what this storm did as it lingered there for almost 2 full days, really tearing apart communities, others underwater. Now that things have calmed as far as the conditions are concerned, the focus is getting into these battered communities and trying to help survivors and continue to search for those missing right now.
No effort or resources will be held back.
Now this storm is taking aim at the coast, and really we've seen in Florida some effects from Dorian, lashing waves, rain in an area that's already been saturated over the last month. The time to prepare, the time to evacuate quickly running out for those that remain in the path of Dorian.
We know how frustrating, difficult, and sometimes costly evacuations can be, but the cost is so much greater with lives lost if people roll the dice and stay.
It looks like at this point the storm will continue just to mirror the coast. If it does make landfall, that likely would come at the end of the week and along the barrier islands in North Carolina. That's the latest right now from here in Savannah. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
There is a status conference this afternoon for the accused Tree of Life shooter. Robert Bowers is accused of killing 11 people last October at the Squirrel Hill Synagogue. Channel 11 told you last week prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Bowers expressed hatred and contempt toward members of the Jewish faith and has demonstrated a lack of remorse. He has pleaded not guilty. That conference is set for 2. We'll let you know about any new developments tonight on Channel 11 News starting at 5. Governor Tom Wolf is headed overseas, and part of his trip will include honoring victims of the Tree of Life attack. Next week, he will go to Lithuania and Poland to visit with Pennsylvania National Guard members. He will also meet with government and business leaders, and he will visit the Auschwitz Memorial to honor the 11 victims of last October's attack in Pittsburgh. The cause of a fire in Pittsburgh's Knoxville neighborhood remains under investigation. We first followed this fire as it was breaking yesterday during this noon newscast, and afterward we learned 8 people were injured. The situation escalated so fast. At one point, a toddler had to be tossed from a roof down to a neighbor below. And while all of that was happening, the flames spread to homes next door.
The fire jumped to various buildings, the exposure buildings. It escalated to 5 alarms.
One of those homes was vacant. The victims include 4 firefighters, a police officer, and 3 neighbors, but they are all expected to be okay. We could see some changes in the Strip District. There's a plan in the works to give the old Woolly building a makeover. Channel 11's Jennifer Tomazic shows how it would change Pittsburgh's skyline.
There have been a lot of new developments in the Strip lately, so what's next for one of the most iconic buildings?
I'm kind of attached to that fish sign, you know. See it driving over the bridge, and I mean, I'll miss it if it's not there.
Because it's hard to miss the Woolies Fish sign right at 15th and Penn. It's made its home atop this old cold storage building in the Strip District for years. New York-based JMC Holdings bought the building last fall, and now we're getting a glimpse of what it might become. The company wrote on its website about the property that JMC plans to take advantage of advantageous zoning to construct the first new office tower in the market. It's not clear what that would entail, but sources told our partners at the Pittsburgh Business Times last year that JMC was considering a project that could reach more than 18 stories and more than 500,000 square feet.
I approve of that, as opposed to more bars, more apartment living. There's too much of that going on right now. It's eating up all the parking spaces.
26th Street is as close as Robert Mitchell can afford to park to his downtown job. Hao Chen, on the other hand, rides his bike to work downtown and passes by this old building in the Strip every day.
I think it will be great for the Strip. It'll bring more jobs and it'll, make the economy better here. So change is always good, especially if more things are being built.
The owner's website also says a unique zoning designation will allow for unparalleled 360-degree views. I've reached out to both the city and the owner of the building to try to get you more information, and I'll certainly let you know if I hear anything new. Reporting in the Strip District, Jennifer Tomazik, Channel 11 News.
New at noon, Ben Roethlisberger is talking about the Steelers' season opener, a showdown with the Patriots. The last time these two teams met just 8.5 months ago at Heinz Field. The Steelers won and were dominant. This time, though, they play in Foxborough. The Steelers have lost 5 in a row at Gillette Stadium.
It's hard enough to beat those guys at your place, let alone their place, and not just for us, the whole league. So what an awesome challenge it's going to be.
Well, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, right? You can only watch Game 1 here on Channel 11 Sunday night. Countdown to kickoff is at 6. Game kickoff time set for 8:20. Then you'll want to keep it here for post-game coverage on 11 at 11 and the Subway final word.
My only thought was, did we not do enough that we could have prevented this? What if we had brought him sooner?
A mother's warning about how a common childhood illness almost killed her son. And a far-reaching crime ring targeting home buyers in Pittsburgh. Only at 11, how police say an online romance is linked to the theft of more than $100,000.
Now we have a cold front moving through the area right now, so it's a little breezy outside, but it's warm. I've got a look at a cooler forecast coming in tonight. Next.
Doing it to the level of threatening. It's not a game at that point.
And still ahead, we'll explain a new trend called Number Neighbor. Has a woman so scared she didn't want to show her face on camera.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Spice up your taste buds to your green thumb with tips for your kitchen to yard. Watch Garden Style, Saturday and Sunday at 3:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. on WPXI.
and NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
We're a team you can count on to cover stories that impact your life,
whether it's across the street or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Only 11 is finding out about a crime ring that is targeting Pittsburgh homeowners, and police say there are more victims out there. Police say a Pine Township couple was trying to buy their dream retirement home, but they transferred around $112,000 to a company that wasn't legit. Police say they caught Kathy Wally because of an online romance with a man that she met on Facebook. Those Facebook messages led police to an account with the stolen money.
The victim notified us that they went through the proper process that they were told to do, and they still became a victim.
Good news here, that couple got their money back, and that doesn't always happen. To make sure you don't become a victim of mortgage fraud, police say make sure that you're sending information to the correct person and the correct email address. Police say someone in Beaver Falls is going around spending counterfeit cash. The police department shared this picture of the fake bills. They look pretty real. Police say they've popped up at several businesses in Beaver County. A Texas mother is warning parents about how a common childhood illness almost killed her son. The boy came down with a strep infection earlier this year, but as Bianca Castro tells us, what happened next isn't what any mother would expect.
Hunter Barker loves everything you'd expect a 6-year-old boy to love. Legos.
Dorian or Dad.
Playing video games with Mom and Dad.
Got him.
And baseball.
Now you're the Texas Rangers again?
Yeah.
Oh, and he doesn't always love.
Are you ready to go back to school?
To go to school, which is why Rachel Barker says she didn't give it much thought when Hunter dished out a complaint she had heard before.
He woke up Monday and he's like, I have a headache. I was like, oh, it's Monday. We all have headaches, you know, like nobody wants to go to school. And so I said, you'll be fine. He didn't have it was like a 99.1 to me, which is like really nothing.
But she says on Tuesday, his fever climbed to 104. His pediatrician's office told her it was probably a virus. But then by Friday, things got worse. Diarrhea and vomiting.
He just looked bad. He had this rash on his face, and I remember thinking, what is that? And Google, you know, your best and worst friend. I thought it was broken capillaries from the vomiting because he'd been dry heaving. So I was like, that makes sense.
Still, even though Hunter seemed in good spirits, she decided to take him to the hospital.
When we got in, they have like a paramedic EMT at the front, and he said, when did his lips turn purple? And that's when I just kind of froze. Like, I thought that wasn't like that a minute ago when we were even just getting out of the car.
In a matter of minutes, Hunter was close to death. Strep bacteria, like the one that causes strep throat, had infected his lungs. He had pneumonia, which led to sepsis. His immune system was attacking his organs.
When they told me sepsis, like, I knew that was bad. And my only thought was, did we not do enough that we could have prevented this? What if we had brought him sooner? When you look back on it, you think, God, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I know more?
Doctors say, as with all infections, strep throat can trigger sepsis. It's not common, but Rachel feels it's something all parents should know.
We didn't know. I mean, we just took him to the doctor twice. We thought, okay, it's a viral thing. We'll let it go. And we didn't know to ask more or to demand further tests.
Luckily, Hunter responded well to treatment, and after 2.5 weeks in the hospital, he was able to return home.
Symptoms of sepsis can include confusion, shortness of breath, extreme pain, sweaty skin, and high heart rate and fever. A strange smell lingered in some Allegheny County communities this morning. We got a number of calls from people in Penn Hills, Braddock, and Duquesne. The National Weather Service says the smell was caused by the weather. There was a thermal inversion over the county. It acts like a lid, trapping pollutants below the inversion. The lid has since been lifted.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
An inversion is typically when you have high pressure, and it's found on most mornings. And when the wind is calm and you have that inversion, which is actually just a warmer layer just above the surface, it can trap those pollutants. So most likely what we were seeing. And then when the winds pick up, it kind of mixes out, and then we see the inversion go away. So that warm layer goes away. Temperatures out there right now are in the upper 70s. It's 79 in Pittsburgh, 82 Bethel Park, 79 Coraopolis. fall. Feeling the warmth today. Temperatures are rated average across the area. If you've been outside, you know it's humid. Not quite as humid, though, up to the north. More humid down to the south. The reason is because we have a cold front. That cold front moving through the area right now. So it's wiping away the humidity up north, or it will for sure. You can just see the difference between the 70s here and the low 60s up to the north. So the higher the number, the more moisture we have in the air and the more humid it will feel to you. So this is our dew point change in the last 24 hours, up 7 degrees rather here in Greensburg, but down 4 degrees in Beaver from this time yesterday. No change currently in Pittsburgh, but that will change as we head through the day. So this cold front continues down to the south. Our winds have shifted around to the west. They're going to continue to shift to the northwest today, and they've been picking up in response. So we've got a 12-mile-per-hour wind right now in Pittsburgh, 13 in Indiana, 14 in Butler. These winds today could gust up to 20 miles per hour. Here's our latest wind forecast. 10-mile-per-hour wind currently expected to increase to about 15 as we head through the day. And here's a look at 6:30 p.m. just to let you know that those winds will still be a little bit on the breezy side as we head into the late afternoon and early evening hours. But once we get past sunset, we are looking at winds starting to subside. So here's a look at your forecast today. Topping out right near 79 because with this front sliding on through, should be about the peak for the day in terms of the temperatures. May go up 1 degree or so, but not expecting a big temperature rise for the rest of the afternoon. There's that breeze gusting to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, winds north-northeast 3 to 8 miles per hour, and we'll have a partly cloudy sky, that is. Temperatures will be falling down to about 54 degrees, so you can open up your windows. It's a nice, refreshing change to the air. For tomorrow, if you're heading out with the kids, a little playground forecast for you, 61 at 9 o'clock, and lots of sunshine for the day tomorrow, 73 at 1. We may see some high clouds. Other than that, it's going to be a really fantastic day with low humidity, 76 by 5 o'clock. Here is my 5-day forecast and some cooler nights ahead. They will continue into the weekend, and the high temperatures will be a little bit below average in spots, so 75 for Thursday, 77 on Friday. The weekend is always in view. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds and a little bit of a cooler pattern coming in here for the end of the weekend. 73 Sunday, down to near 50 degrees for the overnight low as we head into Sunday night and next Monday morning. Still to come, we'll take a look at the other neighborhoods, low temperatures for tonight. Plus, we'll take a closer look at that humidity forecast in the next half hour.
Chunks of concrete raining down from a Pittsburgh bridge. Another one has a huge hole in it.
It's going to kill somebody or injure somebody.
We're taking neighbors' concerns straight to PennDOT. First, though, how doctors say a diet full of junk food caused a teenager to go blind.
Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Take a look at this picture. You're looking at a very close call in Plum. A car in a Sheetz parking lot went up in flames near gas pumps and a kerosene tank. It took firefighters about 40 minutes to put it out. Luckily, no one was hurt. Doctors in the UK say a teenager's poor diet caused him to go blind. The 14-year-old boy went to the doctor complaining he was tired. Well, blood tests showed he was anemic and had low B12 levels. In 3 years, he had completely lost his sight. The boy said he had only eaten chips, French fries, white bread, sausage, and processed ham since elementary school. Doctors diagnosed the boy with nutritional neuropathy. It's a condition rarely seen in any developed countries. Another health warning, this one about soft drinks. A new European study finds regular and diet sodas are linked to increased risk of early death. Researchers followed nearly 452,000 people for 16 years. Those who had at least 2 soft drinks per day were more likely to die, especially from circulatory or digestive diseases. That's compared to those who drank less than 1 per month. Neighbors say they won't be able to escape it.
Do you have to rethink staying here?
I guess we're going to have to decide.
What they want to stop from being built right next to an elementary school.
Warm and humid today, but we are changing things up later on this afternoon. I've got to look at your humidity forecast coming up.
Our weather can change in an instant. Depend on Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist Stephen Cropper and Severe Weather Team 11, the most experienced forecasters, using the most powerful tools to keep you ahead of every twist and turn.
Rain coming in during the morning commute.
Without the hype, just the information you need to know. Real, clear, accurate, to help you plan your commute and your weekend. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist Stephen Cropper and Severe Weather Team 11. That's coverage.
Andy Williams Show every weekday at 11, right here on Channel 11.
That's what I fear is once it's up. It's not going anywhere.
Parents fighting a project they say could be bad for their children's health. There's a plan to build a cell tower not far from Borland Manor Elementary School in the Cannon Mac School District, and that is not sitting well with some parents. Channel 11's Kara Sapida spoke with one mom about why she's concerned.
We got that letter in the mail saying that they're proposing to install a cell phone tower less than 300 yards from my home and just around 350 yards from my son's elementary school.
This is the letter Tina Du Bois got in the mail 2 weeks ago, the first that she'd heard that Crown Castle Communications wants to install what they call a communications antenna near her home and next door to Borland Elementary and North Strabane Middle School.
I have an 8-year-old. He has years and years to go, and its location is in between an intermediate school and an elementary school, so both of those schools will be getting exposure.
North Strabane Township confirms the antenna would be attached to a pole and is for new 5G technology. We found this wooden marker indicating where the antenna would be installed on the property of a 75-year-old woman. She says workers told her a utility pole is going up in her yard and that she didn't have a choice in the matter. The township supervisor says the utility can put this pole on her property but can't add an antenna on top of it without a special exception. He told me that's what the meeting tomorrow is about. Meantime, parents are already putting up signs near the school saying they are against what they call a cell tower, encouraging people to attend that meeting.
It's new technology. We're not sure about years and years of exposure, and we already have a cancer cluster from unknown reasons as it is. So adding that extra, radiation, I don't know.
And Kara reached out to Crown Castle Communications. They're headquartered in South Point. They directed her to their media relations out of state, and she hasn't heard back. The meeting on this proposal is set for tonight at 7 at the North Strabane Township building. It's a warm and humid day, but that's changing as we speak. The humidity will be dropping this afternoon. That's always nice. Let's head over to meteorologist Danielle Dozier for her forecast.
We've been on this roller coaster, I think, with the humidity lately. So we got an uptick in it today. If you've been outside, you've probably felt it sweating a little bit because the temperatures are near 80 degrees and we do have those dew points in the 60s. So as we take a live look outside, a little bit of a breeze today helped cool us off a little bit or make it feel cooler because their dew point is in the uncomfortable category, but we do have that cold front coming on through, so that's going to be lowering the humidity as we head through the day from north to south. So places like Greensburg, hang on, Uniontown, hang on. That humidity will lower for you later on tonight. Here's a look at our humidity forecast for the next couple of days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all in the comfortable category. It's going to feel really pleasant these next couple of days. However, there's always a however. As the drier air works its way in, that means some cooler nights ahead. I want to show you the forecast for the rest of the area for tonight, how cool it is getting. We'll do that coming up in just a few minutes. Peggy.
Thanks, Danielle. Kids in the Mars Area School District are still enjoying a few more days of summer. Classes are set to begin Monday, September 9th. The later start date is because of a big renovation project at the middle school there. Construction is expected to continue during after-school hours through December. Quaker Valley Middle School has a new police officer. The Trib reports that the district hired a retired state trooper. The district got a $160,000 grant from the state for the salary, benefits, event pay, and overtime for the next 2 years.
His character and his personality and the way he's so approachable, those are the things that we were looking for.
The new school officer served in the Army and Army Reserves before his time with state police. We are expected to learn today whether any local military projects could be put on hold to help build some of the president's long-promised border wall. Our Jacqueline Fell is in Washington, where the Defense Department is moving money around.
$3.6 billion of military construction funding will now be used to build a barrier along the U.S.-Mexico border. The Defense Department says 127 military construction projects will have to be put on hold. Half of the money would come from funding for overseas construction projects. The other half from money set aside for domestic construction. Pentagon officials say the Defense Secretary is notifying members of Congress whose states or districts include an impacted project. Officials say the money would pay for 175 miles of a border barrier. Construction is expected to begin in about 4 months. Senior Democratic lawmakers immediately denounced the move as an executive power grab that would undermine national security. President Trump declared a national emergency in order to move funding since Congress wouldn't approve it for a border wall. In Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
A public hearing will continue today on a proposed fracking well. Murraysville Council has been having hearings since June, but neighbors say they haven't been able to voice their concerns. The proposed Titan well pad is an unconventional drilling site on 71 acres with up to 6 wells. It's proposed to be on the southern side of Bollinger Road, and neighbors want to make sure the new pad follows the fracking ordinance. A council meeting will be held tonight, 7 o'clock, in the municipal building. Hurricane Dorian making its way up the East Coast, but as thousands focus on their safety, con artists are focusing on scamming you. And these days, they're getting even more creative. The Better Business Bureau says thieves will create phony websites and send links through email so they can phish your information. Just this week, a Florida TV meteorologist posted a warning that scammers were posing as him and asking his money to help a bogus Bahamas hurricane relief site. Officials say do your research before you donate.
The struggles that these individuals who are affected are going to have are going to be long-lasting. And if you don't give today, you can give tomorrow. And that's not to say you shouldn't give now, but don't feel compelled to give immediately if you're not ready.
One of the things that most donors fail to investigate is how and when the contributions are used. For the BBB's approved list of organizations, we've got it at WPXI.com. There's a new trend. People are texting phone numbers just 1 digit away from their phone number. It's meant to be fun, but the warning from one woman after she says her number neighbor took things too far. Crumbling concrete, holes in pavement. We're asking about plans to fix a deteriorating bridge in the city.
and traffic, updated every 10 minutes on Channel 11 Morning News.
Chunks of concrete falling from a bridge on the north side, and you can literally see through one of them. We're talking about the California Avenue Bridge and the Route 65 bridge over Eckert Street. 11 Investigates Aaron Clark spoke with PennDOT about the crumbling spans. They say they know about the problem, but neighbors say they're not working fast enough to fix it.
Jacob Dumont is worried.
Someone's going to get hurt or killed.
He told me these chunks of concrete have been falling off the bridge that carries Route 65 and landing in the parking lot of a nearby diner.
Some of them were large diameter, some of them almost the size of like a grapefruit.
He's also worried about conditions on the California Avenue Bridge.
So when you walk across it, you'll see crumbling concrete along the way.
From up here on the California Avenue Bridge, you can get a better idea of why residents are concerned. In many spots where two concrete slabs meet, the material is eroding, and you can see straight down. A PennDOT spokesman told Channel 11 bridges are inspected every 2 years, more if they're in bad shape, and that consultants found unsound concrete and leaking joints on the city-owned steel bridge back in March. A follow-up inspection is scheduled for later this month. As for the state-owned concrete bridge, PennDOT says that erosion is typical. But those answers aren't enough for people who walk this street daily.
Either patch it or get it fixed in general. The time to act is now. Cannot wait and let this keep going on like this.
And PennDOT has also notified the city about issues on its bridge. We're waiting on a response from a spokesperson. Have you heard about the number neighbor trend? It's when you text somebody with a phone number 1 digit off from yours.
I think jokes are fine if you want to do the neighbor number thing, but doing it to the level of threatening, it's not a game at that point.
Next, a woman so afraid by the text she got, she didn't even want to show her face on camera.
And Hurricane Dorian is moving up the southeast coast. I've got the latest on this, plus your 5-day forecast coming up.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Check out the intense, action-packed world of esports. Top plays and interviews on Esports Weekly, Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. on WPXI. News 11 at 11. 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial. Be better prepared for your day. Wake up with Channel 11 Morning News to get live coverage of breaking news, weather and traffic every 10 minutes, and important stories happening where you live. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Kept on going off and off and off. I thought maybe it was my husband sending me something.
But it wasn't her husband. It was her number neighbor sending threatening texts. You might have heard about number neighbors. It's when somebody with a phone number just one digit off from yours sends you a text. They're usually harmless fun, but reporter Zach Summers has more on that Missouri woman's scare.
I'm still scared that he could come find me.
Delana asked that we protect her identity for this story.
I don't think it's funny.
The mom of two had quite the scare Saturday when she got a series of text messages from an unknown number.
My phone kept on going off and off and off. I thought maybe it was my husband sending me something.
The stranger was her number neighbor, someone whose phone number was just one digit off from hers.
What's poppin'? Answer me right now.
The messages started cordial but quickly escalated into something more sinister.
I will find you and I will kill you.
The person on the other end made several unwanted sexual advances and called Delana their future lover. She was terrified, told the person they had the wrong number. The stranger wrote back, "Don't test me," warning Delana of their split personality.
I've done psychology in college and everything. Those can go too far, especially if someone's on a medication.
The mystery texter told Delana they were number neighbors, but she didn't know what that meant. She finally ended the conversation when the person asked about her gender.
Are you male, female, or furry?
Delana says she called police. They were familiar with number neighbors and told her to block the number and give them a call if she notices anyone suspicious around the house.
They think nothing will come of it.
Delana says she's still shaken by it all.
I still make sure every window is locked in my house, make sure every door is locked.
She says she doesn't want the person who sent her the messages to get in trouble, but she does want people to understand there's a thing that's taking it too far, and this was just that.
I think jokes are fine if you want to do the neighbor number thing, but doing it to the level of threatening, it's not a game at that point. I have family, I have children, that's too much.
Well, the number neighbor trend took off on Twitter last month when some people shared screenshots of their conversations. Most of them appeared to be lighthearted. YouTube will pay $170 million after allegations it violated a kid's privacy law. Most of the money is from an FTC fine to settle allegations it collected personal data without the consent of parents. YouTube has said its service is intended for ages 13 and up, but younger kids commonly watch videos on that site. The Oakmont Commons neighborhood will be surveyed to help figure out how they can solve their flooding issues, but the actual work may not start until next spring. According to our partners at the Trib, the borough's engineers are working on hiring a company by next month. The survey could cost up to $20,000. After that, they'll come up with a plan for improving conditions at Plum Creek. A report could be out by November.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Good afternoon. Taking a look at our visible satellite. I really love this picture because it takes pictures of our weather from up above. So you'll see where the clouds are, all those white speckles that are showing up on the map, moving from west to east or kind of south to north to south, that is. Yes, these clouds are those cumulus clouds that we are having out there today, and that is because of a cold front that is coming through the area, and that cold front is bringing in a nice refreshing change as far as the humidity goes. This is a look at our 24-hour dew point change, and you can see in Beaver 5 degrees cooler than this time yesterday with the dew point 5 degrees higher in Greensburg, but that's because we have this front that's continuing to work its way through Pittsburgh right now, and so the drier air is kind of starting to filter into the north, but we're still hanging on to the humidity down south, so it'll take a little bit of time, but don't worry, eventually we're all going to start feeling that lower humidity. Here's a look at the winds. 12 miles per hour in Pittsburgh, 13 in Greensburg, 13 in Indiana. Bit of a breeze out there today, huh? We have a wind that's going to be gusting to about 20 miles per hour this afternoon as high temperatures kind of hang out where they're at right now. So 79 degrees in Pittsburgh, 80 in Greensburg, 82 Uniontown, 80 in Washington. So this front is going to have an effect. So as it's passing through the area right now, temperatures aren't going to be budging a whole lot more here in Pittsburgh and points north. Now, as we head into this evening and the sky clears out, we're going to have clear skies through 7, 8, 9 o'clock. temperatures will fall, I think, pretty quickly as we get this drier air in here. So we'll go with 70 degrees at 7, 67 at 8 o'clock. And then overnight tonight, check this out. 51 degrees in Butler tonight, 54 in Pittsburgh, 53 in Greensburg. So we are all going to feel a nice cool feel when we head out the door tomorrow morning. You may even need a light jacket. Tomorrow's high is 75 with a mostly sunny sky, and now we'll focus our attention on Dorian. What an impressive view here on our visible satellite. Look at the counterclockwise swirl there. It's right off the coast, but it's really going to be dumping some heavy rain along the coast. These areas in white through South Carolina, North Carolina, looking at the potential for 10+ inches of rain. And then on top of that, storm surge, which is that wind that is just driving all that water on shore. Looking at 4 to 7 feet potentially from Savannah to Charleston, Wilmington, North Carolina, 4 to 7. Outer Banks of North Carolina, 4 to 6 feet of storm surge are possible. So keep that in mind. If you do have any plans to head there, or perhaps you have family and friends, you want to call them and let them know if they don't know already. So that's through the weekend, that forecast. Here is a look at the 5-day forecast back here at home. 75 degrees on Thursday and then 77 Friday. Look at the overnight lows. They're going to actually stay in the 50s. That's a product of some of that drier air that's going to be hanging around our area. Really pleasant feel to the next couple of days. Saturday and Sunday, your weekend is always in view. And Sunday's actually trending a little bit on the cooler side with a high of only 73. And then that low temperature for Sunday night falling all the way down to near 50 degrees. Peggy?
All right, thank you. There are several companies testing self-driving cars in Pittsburgh. Now, new tests are being done. Channel 11 finding out how self-cleaning cars will work. Next.
Johnson and Lisa Sylvester on Channel 11 News, 11 at 11.
Keep an eye out for self-cleaning cars on Pittsburgh roads. Ford is working on the idea with Argo AI. Here's how it works. Using sensors, it's able to spray off dirt, bugs, and other gunk. The company has been testing the new system by spraying dirt and dust onto the sensors and launching bugs at the sensors at high speeds using their own bug launcher. Argo has been working with Ford in Pittsburgh testing self-driving cars. It has been called one of the most destructive insects to hit Pennsylvania, and now the Department of Agriculture is calling on kids to help spread the word about the spotted lanternfly. Students in 1st through 8th grade can enter into a calendar contest. We listed the requirements for each entry on your screen. All entries must be emailed or mailed to the Department of Agriculture Communications Office by October 31st. And that's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast comes up tonight at 5 o'clock. Until then, you can get breaking news updates anytime on our streaming apps. Just search WPXI on Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire. Have a wonderful day.
Pittsburgh's Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
This is Take 5, highlighting Western Pennsylvania's most innovative and successful businesses.
Hello and welcome to Take 5. I'm Heather Havira. Today I'm joined by